Hello, this is your boy again, Muse, and I want to share with you something. I had a conversation with one of my friend, my Asian friend. He tried to ask me about Africa, what is going out there, if we have better healthcare, we have good infrastructure and education, and so on and so on. So I was fortunate to have chat with him so that to show him some of the idea or some of the thing happening out there. We come into conclusion. One of the thing he talked about, which I really want to share with you, our leaders, how they are running our country and the education sector. Don't get me wrong, it's good to be educated. Education is good for personal reason, and to build up yourself in career is good. I get that all, but it's so long. First of all, in Africa, if you want to be take a leadership position, you need to get higher education. I mean higher, PhD, masters, doctorate. Without this, it's very difficult for you to gain some of this position. But with all this education, with all these exposures our leader have, because I know they travel, what are the gain really we have gained so far? With all this education level, masters, degree, PhD, doctors, all we are still struggling with basic need in Africa. Don't you think something wrong? I'm not against about education. It's good to be educated for personal reason and for a growth for a nation. But if you talk about Africa level, what are the benefits we have gained so far? Because all of this higher position in Africa, a lot of these folks, these educated folks, they occupy this position, but we are still struggling with basic need. Number one, water, electricity, good infrastructure, roads, housing, public transport. We are still struggling with some of these things, with all this level of exposure and education these people have, but we still struggle with some of these things. Don't you think something wrong? So me and this guy discussed about some of these things, and he tried to highlight some of the things, the video or the information he really had about Africa, even though I tried to persuade him some of the way, so that the way he think or he thought about Africa, that's not true. But let's be honest with ourselves. What are the gain we have gained so far with all this level of education these our leaders have? We still struggle with water, electricity, housing, better infrastructure, roads. We still struggle. These are basic something which, as a citizen or as a human being, you need to have some of these things. But in Africa, we are still struggling. This is a fact. Whether you like it or not, we are still struggling. So don't you think our education level having problem in Africa? I firmly believe education is good for a personal reason or for a growth, but in terms of leadership in Africa, we need only progressive people who have ideas. That's what I believe in. Progressive leaders. It's not about education, because we have tried so many long with these educated people, but we are still struggling. So it means something wrong with our brain. We need to change some of these things. So I just want to share this with you. So I hope you're all doing fine. Have a wonderful time, and let me have your say. If do you think education in Africa has really benefited us, or we need another idea? Even though I support education, but don't you think we just need progressive leaders in position can change things? So have a wonderful time and stay blessed.